It's Sports Betting Spotlight on the NCAA Tournament on Selection Sunday. We're here at the Westgate Sportsbook. Westgate Sportsbook manager Ed Salmons to talk about the opening lines on the NCAA Tournament. Ed, thanks a lot for joining me, and just wondering what your impressions are on the bracket and the job you think the committee did this year.
I would say for the most part, they did all right. I'm shocked that they invited Belmont into the tournament. Kind of thought that Belmont would get, left out, and I'm pleasantly surprised that they invited Belmont into the tournament, and that's one that they usually don't do. And I can tell you right now, Belmont will be a very public side in that game. So okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that line even crept up higher.
Are there any other lines that kind of stood out to you as being off a bit as far as the seeds and the lines or anything?
Well, I mean, there's a couple teams that people are looking to play against, and probably the number one team right now that people are looking to bet against is LSU because of the coaching situation with Will Wade being essentially kicked off the team. And he's been away now for a couple weeks, and you've already starting to see the decline of LSU, the way they kind of fell apart in the second half against Florida. And LSU is in their first game here. They're definitely in a spot where I believe they can be in trouble. Okay, LSU is going to play Yale in the first game, and Yale is a very athletic team that can shoot and score, and I wouldn't be surprised if Yale wins that game.
And looking at the top seeds, is there one region that looks like the easiest path for a top seed, and what region do you think looks like the toughest region?
The hardest region by far to me would be the West, with Gonzaga, Michigan, Texas Tech, Florida State. I mean, that top four there is pretty solid. And as usual, the easiest is the Duke region, which is the East, where you essentially have Duke and Michigan State and a bunch of teams that are, LSU's a 3 there, and LSU in my book should be about a 6 right now because they're just a team that no one wants. Virginia Tech played Duke this year. They can't match up with them. There's no chance there. Mississippi State's an overrated team, so I mean Duke has just a walk to the Elite Eight unless they somehow can choke a game, which I don't see it happening this year.
How about just the futures odds to win it all? Duke came down a little today. They're plus 225 and now they're plus 200, I believe, to win it all. Is there any other movement recently on the futures?
Yeah, we definitely had some movement. Duke we had as high as 5-2. The beginning of last week, and then obviously they were kind of fortunate to advance past North Carolina, and as they went through and won the ACC tournament, and then we could see that they were going to be a 1 seed, and as usual they get the easy draw. We went down to 2-1 on them. Gonzaga we were as low as 4-1. We raised them up right now to 5-1. North Carolina's been a team that the public saw. North Carolina beat Duke twice and almost a third time. They really played them close in the tournament. And North Carolina, we were as high as 12-1 at this time last week. We're at 6-1 on them right now. So they're definitely a team that has seen their stock really rise as far as what the public thinks.
But there you have it, the Sports Betting Spotlight in the NCAA Tournament. Thanks a lot for joining us, Ed, from the Westgate Superbook. I'm Todd Dewey. Good luck on the tournament, filling out those brackets.